What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm here at Bozart Ford, and this I found in their used car inventory. Of course, it's not a Ford. It's 2025 Audi Q7, because in addition to over 1,000 brand new Fords that they have on the ground right now, they have plenty of pre-owned vehicles, including one like this. So today, I'm going to take in a complete tour of this 3-row luxury SUV, and we're going to check it out from the exterior, interior, engine technology, and the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this. It's interesting to know that the Q7 was the first SUV introduced by Audi, and it was done in 2005, so 20 years ago. It was later joined by the Q5, Q3, Q6, Q8, so several others joined the lineup since then. Another fun fact, it shares the platform with some pretty cool vehicles such as Bentley Bentayga, Porsche Cayenne, and Lamborghini Urus. It used to share the platform with the Volkswagen Touareg, but then the new Atlas is built on something different architecture. Now, since the inception, it looks very similar to this one, even though it's been reworked several times over the year, including a slight changes for 2025 model year. Well, let's take a look at the design. I would call this design easy on the eye. They're sleek, sporty. There's no weird angles or sharp creases anywhere on the vehicle. It has been slightly refreshed for 2025. I really can't tell much difference, but Audi claims that they reworked the lights. Maybe on the inside, we have the LED lights, daytime running lamps, turn signals. Right underneath, we have the headlamp washing system. And down below, right there in the corner, we have the air curtains, help with channeling the air for better aerodynamics. I like this kind of satin chrome around the big grille, which has a lot of open spaces for the air to get in and help with cooling in the engine. Of course, those connected circles, the Audi logo, and then we have the sensors on each side. Now, we have the more powerful engine. 2 engine options are available for 2025. Let's take a look at this one. Power comes from turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine, 335 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. It is a 48-volt mild hybrid system, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it's Quattro, which in Audi lingo means all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 in about 5.9 seconds. The base trims are available with the 2-liter turbocharged engine. So there's 3 trims: Premium, Premium Plus, and Prestige. And then there's Premium 55 and Premium Plus 55. Those indicate that you have the stronger engine. The Prestige comes standard with the stronger engine. So just in case you were wondering, now the hood is held up by one hood strut, and it has some sound insulation, double latch, and I will definitely check out the quietness of the cabin at the end of this video during my test drive. As we go around the corner, let's take a look and see if anything has changed on the side. Now, if there are changes, they're very slight because I can't really see them from the previous generation one. Let's talk about the dimensions of this vehicle. So we have 199.6 inches is the length of it. Wheelbase 117.9, width 77.5, and height at 68.4. The vehicle weighs 5,135 pounds. And let's take a look at the wheel and tire setup. And this has a standard 20-inch wheels, kind of a plain design if you ask me. So we have 285 by 40 is the tire size, and Pirelli Scorpion is the tire choice from Audi. Now, one thing to note and see how nicely everything is color coordinated, including the bottom of this vehicle. I think this is the way that should be, especially on the luxury cars. The only thing we have is kind of this polished aluminum trim with the Quattro that's spelled out in the back. Now, as far as the mirrors, we have the turn signal, side view camera, blind spot assist, and this one has nicely tinted windows, but around the windows we have kind of this satin chrome and a low profile roof rails on the top. Now this vehicle can also be accessed without touching any buttons on the key, as long as the remote is somewhere on you. You see those buttons right here, both in the front and rear door. You can lock it and unlock it, and then the mirrors will fall down. So it has the power folding mirrors, or you can press the button on the remote. And this is the remote from Audi. So we have the lock twice to open the gate, unlock, and the Audi logo in the back. We have the panic button in the back of the remote as well. Moving on to the back side of this vehicle, let's see. Again, if there are any changes, with Audi claims that they reworked the tail lamps. They're very subtle. Let's take a look at the headlamps, or the tail lamps, I should say. They're all LED. They have this pretty cool sequential turn signals. I like this Audi logo. We have this polished aluminum trim piece. We have the rear view camera, exposed wiper, third brake light, and we have the reverse lights and reflector lights at the bottom. Tow hitch. Now let's get this rear gate open. Press it twice, and look at those sequential turn signals. Looks pretty cool. So yes, it is a 3-row SUV. Behind the third row, about 13, 14 cubic feet of storage. So not a whole lot. Underneath here, there's really nothing. I mean, there's a bunch of electronics, and yeah, we don't want to mess around with that. So we probably should even close that out. But on the side, we have illumination. We also have the controls for the third row seats, so you can drop them. By the way, here's all that you have in the third row seat. So definitely just child friendly, not adult friendly. And they're power operated, so we can drop both of them. And that's going to reveal about a total of about 35 cubic feet of cargo space. And if you drop down the middle row seat, that's going to go up to about 68. So not huge, but basically in line with the rest of the class. Speakers here, that's because we have the Bang & Olufsen 23 speaker system, and then we have the lights for the third row passengers in here. Now here in the back, I'm 6 feet tall. Front seat is adjusted to my regular driving position. I feel pretty comfortable. As you can see, I have plenty of room for my knees, probably about 2 inches, plenty of headroom, and plenty of shoulder room as well. The seats are on the firmer side. That's a German vehicle, and the interior is pretty cool. Let me show you the rest of it. And starting right here, this rear door panel, let's see what we have. We have the manual sunshade. This is soft touch materials. This looks like leather. This is definitely leather. As far as the armrest, we also have the wood and aluminum. And at the bottom, more storage and Bang & Olufsen, what makes that stereo. Inside, I like the color of the seats. We have perforation in the middle. We have solid on the sides. Like I mentioned before, they're fairly firm. And right here, we have this armrest opens up, push the button. We have cup holders. Move it out of the way, and the child can sit in comfortably. The adult, not so much because of this big bump in the middle. Now, in the middle console, we have a set of vents. We also have that dual zone in the back. Climate control here for passenger and for passenger on the driver's side, passenger on the passenger side, right? Real. Does it make sense? All right. We also have the heated seats, and down at the bottom we have the 12-volt power outlet, as well as 2 USB Type-C ports. More storage if you need it to, as far as netting in both driver and passenger seat. Up on top, we have a panoramic sunroof, and also you have more illumination and the grab handle. Now, speakers also built in to the B-pillars, as well as an additional vents to make you feel comfortable in the back. And let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Boom, and that is as solid as they get. Let's see, front door panel. We have 2 memory seat settings, lock and unlock, window mirror lock controls, the gate opening in the back, more storage, and another Bang & Olufsen speaker. Moving on to the cabin, we have the full power control for not only the driver, but also the passenger seat as well. And move this back slightly. We have the perforation in the middle, solid on the sides, slightly bolstered, not very sporty. And what's going on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, we have the auto for the lights, the light controls basically, and tilt and telescoping steering wheel. This is all power adjustments. The interior is very cool. Let me jump inside. I'll show the rest of it. All right, let's listen to the sound of the closing door from the inside. Boom, library quiet, because this is the interior of this 2025 Audi Q7. I like it. I mean, it's not the flashiest one in the sense of the size of the screens or anything like this, but check this out. Right here on the top, we have this soft touch as far as the dashboard. We have a bunch of speakers. There's two over here, there's one in the middle, and another two on the side. And up here, looks like there are speakers as well. Now, we also have the line control, sunroof control, here as well as the information and the service request buttons, right? So we have the LED lights, compass inside of the mirror, frameless mirror. I can't talk today. And then we have the illumination, right, as far as the mirrors for in the visors. So what else is going on here? Steering wheel. I like it. It's actually, it's very small steering wheel, but it's thicker in the right places. It's easy to grab to. And in the back, we have the shifters, and as well as on the left hand side, we have the view, which can change what's going on in the instrument cluster. You also have the adjustments that you need to make. We're going to show that to you in just a moment. And on the right hand side, you have the volume control, and you also have the voice control, and the cruise control settings right here in the back. Okay, see this stock right here? Can it focus? Focus. All right, right here. So that's your cruise control. You do the speed, set, and distance right here for your adaptive cruise control. All right, so you have the digital cockpit, and let's see what's going on here. Change the views. Okay, we'll go back to this other view, and then we can see what's going on. Date and time, short-term memory, that's what I have. Long-term memory, that's what Elm have. Energy consumers, driver state, estimation, fatigue, low or high. So yeah, it monitors how alert you are. And then can we check and see what else is going on? Yep, so this is your radio, this is what's playing. Telephone is not connected. Navigation can be displayed in here as well. A very, very nice system, easy to use. I probably get this navigation over here so I can keep my eyes on the road, or you can enlarge the gauges on the right hand side, speed on the left hand side, tachometer. We also have the miles per gallon, which is 20, by the way. This is the average 18 and 23 as the gas mileage on this V6. And let's move on and let's see what's going on as far as the infotainment system. So we have two screens here. This is the 10.1-inch screen. Like I said, not the biggest one, especially with the competitors going for 17 or 20-inch screens. Some of the other ones, anyways, we're not going to mention the names, but we've seen them, right? Okay, what else is going on here? Now we have the home screen. Push this button, that takes you to this main screen. And on the left-hand side, you have a bunch of shortcuts. So you can log into my Audi user account, activate Google Talk, smartphone interface, which you can connect your Android or Apple smartphone, have the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, open settings, configure Audi Connect, and we can change the themes. It's going to go online and search for the different themes that are available. And since I've already been here, I changed it to the beach because we are in Florida here. So there are different ones that are available, static theme, and then you can go to the catalog and choose which one you like best. Right? Plenty of things to choose from. Just an additional thing that you can play around with. In the middle, you have your audio. Like I said, a wonderful Bang & Olufsen 23 speaker stereo system. Sounds really deep. It's got that 3D system. And then a bunch of shortcuts here too. So you have the navigation system, phone, music, no apps connected. You can download your own apps. There's your radio. Okay. FM. I believe you have the Sirius XM in it too. And back to the home screen. Move on. Radio, media, online media, phone, navigation, phone apps, vehicle, store. So this is more in line what we've seen from Audi in the past. We have different themes, Alexa, settings, legal notes, helps, users, messages, news, weather, calendar, and purchases. There's another screen here at the bottom. This is basically for your climate control. As you can see, we have dual zone in the back, we have dual zone in the front. We have heated and ventilated seats. You can set it up for auto, adjust the vents that the air is going to be coming out of. We have the drive select down here at bottom, and that is your drive modes. Let's see what they are. Move up here. So we have the dynamic, auto, comfort, off-road, and individual. That's what Audi gives you as far as the drive modes. I'm actually going to put it in dynamic. That's an equivalent to sport, of course. Another thing that we have here is you can turn off your traction control, hazard lights, max front window defogger, rear window defroster, parking sensors, safety system, engine start stop button, volume, and power. And then we have this electronic, basically, shifter. We're in park right now. I want to put it in reverse so I can show you that rear view camera. All right, the quality is good. Now that's where we can use probably a little bit bigger screen. This is not bad. All right, let's see what the 3D looks like. Surroundings. I can move this vehicle around. We have the top-down view as well. Okay, let's see if we have the trajectory lines in the front. Yep, that's an important feature. I always mention that it's a pretty cool thing to have. And we're going to turn off that 3D view, and this is what you have. All right, so put it in park so we don't roll out of this parking spot. Cup holders, not too big though. 12-volt power outlet. I thought it was a lighter. It kind of looks like the old lighter. One thing that I'm not too crazy about is all of this shiny black color. I know people probably are not going to do this and leave their fingerprints on, but they're probably going to do it here and in the surroundings of this console. Now we have this nice wood trim down at the bottom. We have the stitching as far as the leather. We have the polished aluminum, but this part right here, lots of shine going on in here. Glove box. And another storage that we have is right here that you can store your cell phone in. Nothing else. Wireless charging pad and 2 USB Type-C ports. All right, guys. Well, this concludes the interior of this 2025 Q7. Let's touch on the pricing. Take it for a spin. And before we talk about pricing, let's do a towing capacity update. So this one can tow about 7,700 pounds, quite a bit more than I thought at 5,500 pounds when I was thinking about it. I did a little bit more research and I found it. Now, the 4-cylinder can tow about 4,400 pounds, so that's a little bit below the average in the class. As far as pricing, essentially 3 different trim levels are available. We have Premium, Premium Plus, and Prestige. Premium and Premium Plus are available with that 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine or the 3-liter turbocharged V6. The Premium with the 4-cylinder engine starts at $60,500, but you add $5,000, you get the more powerful engine, and it's at $65,800. If you go to Premium Plus, we have $64,300 as a standard MSRP, but $69,600 if you go with a more powerful engine. And Prestige comes standard with the V6, $77,900 is the base MSRP. That's, of course, plus destination would basically mean that this vehicle starts at about $61,000, goes to about $79,000. That's not including the SQ7, which is a completely different category. Let's take it for a quick spin. The one thing that is really noticeable in this car, probably more so than in some of the other luxury vehicles, is how quiet it is on the inside, how well insulated this cabin is. We're going to do a turning test right here. I have the parking spaces marked right here. Let's see how many of those it takes to turn it around. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4.5 parking spaces to make a full circle with this Q7, which is about the same what most of the luxury 3-row SUVs will do. Of course, the midsize segments. Well, let's talk competition. So the direct competitors, of course, within the German segments are the standard ones. We have the Mercedes-Benz GLE, BMW X5, Porsche Cayenne, and that's the German ones. Well, we have the Korean GV60, GV80, as far as the Genesis. And, you know, as far as the Japanese, we have the Lexus. And I think TX would be the direct competitor to the Q7. And we also have the Infiniti. However, that might be a little bit smaller, maybe not. So Infiniti QX60. So those are the competitors. The prices range between probably 55 starting MSRP to right about where this ends. So it's priced in line within the segment. I guess it depends on what you like. Certain vehicles are made more for comfort, such as Lexus or Mercedes-Benz GLE, unless of course you go for the performance model on the GLE, or certain ones like BMW certainly made for dynamics. Now we're in the dynamic mode in this Q7. We can definitely see how that handles while driving. I think it might be a nice combination of both, kind of the comfort and sportiness. Driving this vehicle is a pleasure. It is more on the dynamic side, and it's also very quiet. Very little noise comes from the outside, only a little hum and some of that engine noise. All right, when they press on it, when you press that accelerator, you can hear the engine. That's the good sound. That's the good noise. Nothing else is coming into it. Now, maybe a little fan from the back because the AC is blowing in the back seats right there. But very precise steering. I don't even feel the gears shifting, which is nice. And also, it feels very, very solid, very luxurious. Here it is, guys. We're going to be able to stop right here and see how this vehicle accelerates from zero dynamic mode on. Hit it. Nice. Easy 60 miles to an hour, no question. This is a very nice and powerful engine. It's not as aggressive as an AMG Mercedes or an X5M or anything like this, but it's just the right combination. It also doesn't have the price tag of such. So at about $71,000 is the MSRP of brand new one. This one is selling for a lot less. If you're watching this video and the vehicle is still for sale, definitely give Bozard Ford a call and they might be able to work out a deal. This only has 7,000 miles on it as of the time of this filming. So lots of warranty left. 4 years 50 is the warranty on the Audi. Really cool vehicle. I like it. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know, would you buy this or an X5 or GLE, Porsche Cayenne, maybe a GV70 or Lexus? Which one would be your choice and why? I welcome all the comments and thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and I hope you learned something about this brand new 2025 Audi Q7. If you did, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that like and subscribe button and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.